Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses. First Tellurium Corp., the future of mining. And Hardy Rods and Reels.
Good day everyone, and welcome to another segment on the bench. Today I'm going to tie up Royal Trude. This is a nice tractor dry fly that uses a lot of situations for cutthroats, rainbows, browns. We'll even eat this one. We tie this in various sizes, so let's go over the materials we need to tie this fly. I'm going to be using a Daiichi 1280 size 12. It's a 2x long dry fly hook. You go to 14s on this one, no problem at all, probably the most common size. The tail, I'm going to be using some golden pheasant crest tippets. The tag, I'm going to add a little Semperfli cheeky UV. This is a nice lime color here, just for the tag. It's a UV, it'll pick that light up. The body material, I'm going to change for lime. I'm going to the Semperfli Kapok dubbing. It is light olive. It's pretty close to the lime color I'm looking for, and it also, this is dry fly dubbing. It actually floats. It's made with the materials that they used to make life jackets with that. The hackle in the front, I'm going to be using some brown dry fly saddle, and the wing will be calf tail. So we'll get a hook in the vise, tie one of these up. And the thread I'm going to be using is a fluorescent yellow thread. Just get our thread on the shank, as we always do. Get a little piece of our cheeky UV. This is a UV materials. There's things that some of these flies have been around to fish this fly for years, but here's some new materials. Always trick them out a little bit. Just be surprised sometimes, a little butt section. I know a lot of flies, I use different colored butts on them, and they really seem to help the pattern out considerably. So then we'll come in for tail here with our golden pheasant tippets. We want to make sure we keep those nice barred tips lined up. Tie that right on the top. And we'll come in here, throw in a half hitch. Okay, now I'm going to use my rotary vise to do this dubbing here. So I'm going to, these fibers are pretty short. I'm just going to kind of mix them in my fingers a little bit. Make sure there's no lumps. They get a good blend in them, but it's really a nice material. And the secret is with this Kapok is not to mash it down. You want these fibers sticking out. Get more of a loose dub on it, if you will. It gives it a lot more floatability. I'm going to go from front to back here. Leave our butt exposed. Come to the front. I'll clean off what we don't need. If you don't have a rotary style vise like that, probably do a dubbing loop or brush it out. You want that nice fuzzy nature to it there. That's going to help that float like a top for you. Then we'll come in with our calf tail, and I'm coming to the bottom end of the calf tail, not the top. The fiber's a little bit shorter, a bit straighter. Take a good generous piece of that. Then when you're working with that, I want to make sure I grab any of the long fibers out for sure. Then I'll grab these tips and bring out all this bottom junk comes out. And that's going to come right pretty much to the end of the tail. Good turns on that. Cut this off at an angle. Doing that, make sure your thread's towards the back of the hair. And now I can finish wrapping over the butts. Got one pulling out. When you're working with this hair, might be a good idea as well to drop a little cement in that. It's a little bit slippery. Just going to run down in there on the top. When that dries up, it's going to help that a lot. I shouldn't have any in the bottom. Nothing came through to my dubbing at all. Nothing's interfering with that. Take the dull side forward on our brown super saddle there, or my dry fly saddle. Gonna get about 4 turns. Leave a little spacing. They can see that yellow thread through there is good. Just tuck that out of the way until I get my whip finish done. There, get that nipped off. Put a little more head cement right on there. There, that's fly's pretty bulletproof in my opinion, and Lime Trude was one of the first dry flies I had really used a lot, and I had great success with it. It's a good fly, and so just another one for you with some new materials. Like I say, you bring in some of this new Semperfli products, and there's always new stuff coming out all the time. You can trick some of these old patterns up, and be surprised how good the results will be. But I'm going to wrap a bunch of these up for the summer, and looking pretty excited to try this Semperfli Kapok dubbing. It's a game changer, I think, for the tying products. I know it won't be hard to find. You go online, you can pick that up or have it mailed to you, or look at it, look for it at your favorite fly shops. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.